I want to play a quick game with you guys, if that would be okay. I want you guys to take a quick look at the scoreboard and try and figure out who you think the booster is so far. Not so easy, is it? Well, please zoom in. Let's slowly zoom this in as we have a look at who this booster might be. Could it be the 5 and 5? The Lux, maybe? That's a pretty good score. Hell, you know, Ornn on the enemy team, 5 and 7. Ornn's OP right now. Might be him. 4 and 3 Nami. Maybe it was a bamboozle. Maybe I'm actually just bamboozling you and it's been the Nami all along. Or maybe, just maybe, it is the 29 and 0 Renekton. What? So you'd never expect anybody actually boosting the preseason, but apparently that's a thing that's happening on LeagueOfLegends.com in our year 2017. Now this is one of our boys. Now you might be thinking, alright, there's quite an awful lot of red here. This might not be a booster. Well, if we spin it back a little bit of time down to some of these games, there is some ridiculous shenanigans that are going on here. Now, this person plays a mean Renekton, we'll put it that way. This guy plays an awfully nice Renekton, which is kind of funny. I mean, you get scores like 17 and 3, 16 and 4, 10 and 2, 15 and 1, all that jazz. The patented 29 and 0 Renekton. Maybe this guy's just a Renekton mix. He's been playing an awful lot of it with an 80% win rate and a 4.4 KDA. Funny thing is, this man has never played Renekton in his life apart from this preseason. Unless this man has picked up Renekton in the last month and suddenly become a god on him, there is not a single game anywhere to be seen here, and I am not exaggerating at all. Literally not a single game. So yeah, and if you look at his tier graph, it's quite an interesting jump. Going from Bronze 3, 0 LP, I mean, you went from Bronze 4 in the space of like 2 weeks here. It's like 2 weeks time, dude. I mean, why? What's boosted in preseason? What is this? I mean, this ain't a Smurf, because this has got 1,200 games on it with a 50% win ratio. So it'd be a little bit bizarre if it was somebody's Smurf, unless he intentionally just stayed. But some of these, I can only assume that this person is either, like, the MMR isn't that good. So, like, I don't know why this person is suddenly losing a string of games. I guess, like, this isn't really a carry champion. Like, Malphite doesn't really carry the game that much. But, like, unless this guy's given back the account to the person since it got silver, I don't really have any explanation for what is going on here. It seems that the person mained support before they passed this account on to the person who decided to start carrying his Renekton, but Jesus. Like, there's an awful lot of wins. Anyway, let's have a look at how this person plays. Let's see if we can identify anything. I mean, all this person is really doing is raising this person's MMR so they can get hard stomped by players that are far better than them next season. Like, this might as well just be like actually hurting the account more than it's helping it, because this person's MMR is going to be vastly inflated by the time that the new season comes around, and they're going to get hard stomped by lots of like gold players who are like, you know, playing their placement games and stuff like that. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, what's good, boys? Let's get into the game. Here we are, and I kind of spoiled it for you, actually, now that I think about it. I spoiled this video by mentioning the whole spot the booster at the beginning. So yeah, just this Renekton goes 29 and 0, but I guess if we can look into this, we can see exactly how he does that, and maybe like some of the ways that he kind of gets that snowball lead ahead. Maybe we can learn something from this booster. Now, it's hard to really kind of tell like what elo this person's at. I'm gonna say maybe like between high plat and like low to mid diamond is like the max that we're talking here. It's really not that hard to go like really snowball hard in bronze. But yeah, we get the first blood picked up onto Renekton. Both flashes come out there, yeah, this is kind of the beginning of the snowball. Actually, 3 flashes went out on that last fight, as well as ignite from Renekton. The thing that like really messes up Teemo here, as you'll clearly see, Renekton is like a really hard snowball character. What Hecarim does, he takes the red buff away from Ornn. Teemo TPs to lane. Hecarim starts his E up, and he just comes back straight into lane, and they get another pick on a Teemo. And that's 2-0 for like Renekton 3 minutes into the game. So this ain't starting off too hot. Anyway, yeah, this is not a fun lane for Teemo in any regard. Now that like Renekton is coming back to lane with a Tiamat at like 3 minutes into the game, obviously means that he's gonna be able to jump on W, then get like he's gonna be able to like get a lot of all attack resets and like damage resets on his abilities, which is going to be nasty. We're probably gonna see how that works very, very soon. I can imagine that Teemo is probably gonna have some struggles in this lane, despite the fact that like things are kind of like a bit chill. Renekton hasn't gone particularly hard on him. He has to be like super duper careful, because like even from this range, like Renekton can like absolutely body Teemo at this point. He's so squishy. If you're not careful, if he doesn't get the blind off on time, that W is gonna hit super duper hard. It looks like he's maxing Q first, which is fine. But that W, even that W is doing like so much damage. So that's 0-3 on Teemo. This game only goes on for another 20 minutes. This man gets more than 1 kill a minute for the rest of the game, which is kind of insane. And his next kill isn't for another minute and a half. So we skip forward. It's probably going to be fairly same thing again. Like, he's now 20 CS ahead of Teemo. Teemo's having to play like way far behind the tower. Hecarim's coming in. No Ornn there is there as well though, and he has got ulti. Drops the ulti, flash from Hecarim, completely misses it, didn't predict the flash really there at all. He flashes, goes for the E, misses completely. Manages to get the brittle onto the Hecarim, but it's kind of bad. Ulti, the onslaught of shadows goes down from Hecarim. Alright, so that was like a 2v2 that kind of just went badly. They missed a lot of stuff there. Ornn, after he missed all that, like that E and the R, should have bogs backed out. But yeah, I don't know. I want to check and see if these guys are pre-made or not. Like the Hecarim and the Renekton, they seem to be playing together like pretty like. Ah, I see. So like the Renekton and the Hecarim are actually pre-made. They got a 71% win rate together out of 7 games. So that does explain a lot of the like camping. So whether or not this guy is actually a Smurf, or whether or not this guy is just a friend that is getting boosted or what, we check. I mean, this dude, I mean, he's got 600 games. The Hecarim has got 600 games this season. And he was bronze season 6, season 5, and he only just got like silver this season. So I think he's definitely not a Smurf himself. But he is camping the Smurf, it would appear. So yeah. So Renekton's got a comfortable CS lead. He has got an entire item over Teemo right now. Teemo hasn't even like halfway finished anything. I think he's going for Crystal Scepter first right now. He's got pretty much every item there. But yeah, dude, it's 5-0 for Renekton right now. He's like almost 40 CS up. This is like where the snowball starts to happen. Like, this guy definitely knows his limits on Renekton. Like, if you're playing against Renekton, you very much want to be careful. Actually, Renekton isn't really seen that much. He's kind of like, I don't know, it's just bruisers, dude. Bruisers are kind of falling off. Apart from Pantheon. Pantheon's like pretty strong right now, so like, just be advised if you know, check up on op.gg's before your games. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't check up on op.gg because it kind of screws you up in the mind. But if you spot like a Smurf on the enemy team, you think, just play a bit safer, man. You can still beat these people. You can still win this. Teemo probably could have won this, but if he just like played a little bit safer. I mean, this like Renekton had been like hard stomping most games anyway before. So if you just checked op.gg, you would have seen that those two. First of all, that these two are pre-made, which is important information to know. If top and jungle are like pre-made, you're probably gonna get camped, or you're gonna get ganked pretty hard. Especially if it's a champion like Renekton that like basically requires being fed early game to actually be able to win it. Like, the entire point of Renekton is basically being able to close the game out before it hits 35 minutes, so you're blown to like. It's the same with Pantheon as well, dude. Like, you're pretty much praying the late game never comes and the mid game lasts as little time as possible. And like, by the time you get to mid game, you're already like 8 kills up, so you just like hard stomp everybody. But yeah, that's pretty much the exact scenario that's happened here. So Renekton gets another kill. He's 8-0. Like, Hecarim isn't even like really ganking anywhere else. He's like 0-0-4, and it's all been onto that Renekton. So, but now they're starting to spread their influence out. He's rotating pretty well. Like, main thing is he got top tower, immediately started rotating towards bot. Like, they got dragon off of that. Now they're pinging for Rift Herald, and with that, like, they're commanding, like, they're completely like they're like choosing the tempo of this game right now. So like, they can do what they want, and there's pretty much nothing they can do about it. Like, the amount of like all-in that they have on the onslaught of shadows and with Dominus off of Renekton and like Hecarim, It's nasty. I mean, like, we got decent disengage with, like, Orin's Call of the Forge God, but even at that, dude, he's been kind of missing the ones that we've seen so far, and, like, even if he does do that, Hecarim can use Onslaught of Shadows and be unstoppable, so he can just, like, fire straight through it, so it's kind of nasty. So we're going to possibly see a hook here coming in onto that. There we go, Hecarim knocked onto tower. Ezreal doing a decent amount of damage. They're not going to get that pick onto Hecarim, and they're going to have to be a little bit careful. They are actually doing pretty decent damage. However, Orin and Teemo are chasing down mid to get that pick onto Lux, and, Renekton is just like soloing the Rift Herald. We gotta kind of be careful here. Orin is moving in. Doesn't manage to land the E. Okay. Jhin and Nami do a lot of damage to Ezreal there. And he isn't even finished a single item. And he gets away as well, because Orin's Q doesn't hit him and doesn't do any damage. Oh my god. This is actually the bit that we saw at the beginning. I know what happens here. So they're taking this Baron. Heimerdinger sees what's going on here. And now if it was me and I was playing Heimerdinger, I'd put 3 turrets there and I'd pop them over the wall, and it would be like a 200 IQ play right there. But that's not what actually happens. So Orin comes out. He drops Call of the Forge God, right? Which is, yeah, it's. I didn't realize that this was a thing that actually existed, right? So Orin casts Call of the Forge God. Teemo pops the blast cone over the wall, but because Orin is apparently unstoppable or cannot be displaced in his recast of his ulti, he doesn't go over with Teemo, and Teemo gets left in the pit with like 4 other people, and he's left to like run over himself, ease into nothing, drops a brittle, clacks that Nami, gets another pick onto the Hecarim there as well. They actually get a decent amount out of that, but it doesn't matter because they don't get Baron. So we've got like, we still got Renekton, we still got Jhin, like 2 of the people that are quite strong on that blue side. In fact, every carry still got the it's still got that. So Renekton is just commanding this entire game. He's got himself a GA now, Black Cleaver, Death Dance, and the Titanic Hydra. I mean, Teemo's hiding in that bush, but they know he's there. This just hurts to watch. There we go. Oh. Oh my god. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the game. That's another Boost Busters episode. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you had a laugh at people's misfortune, looking at how boosters play the game and how they get this going. That's going to be the red side surrender. But yeah, like, this is basically just somebody abusing like early game champions. I say that as somebody who like played Pantheon and got to like plat with Pantheon and like, I don't know, like 50 to 60 games. Not even all on Pantheon, but yeah, pretty much mostly on Pantheon. Like, yeah, it's nasty. It can be abused. So you just gotta watch yourselves out there, guys. I don't know why anybody would boost in preseason, but there you go. Somebody out there, for whatever reason, is giving their friend higher MMR so that they can get absolutely hard stomped on their provisionals next season. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, please feel free to smack a like on it. If you did enjoy and you made it this way through the video, please feel free to subscribe as well. Join the sock drawer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.